Unwanted.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird?
Hello, weirdlings. Welcome to our first episode. That intro was the first episode, but this is our first card pull episode. Really sets off how we are and what we're doing and what we're up to with these wonderful cards that A-Line has made for our entertainment and joy. And we're gonna start things off. First, I think we had a really fun time watching everybody react and listen to the first video. The social media is growing, and we are really, really thankful of everybody who's making comments and just replying and engaging us on the platforms. It really means a lot to us because that just means more exposure. So really thank you guys for, already being supportive of what we're doing here. So thanks, weirdlings. A-Line, she's going to pull our card today.
Yeah.
Been waiting for this.
All right. Are we ready?
We're so ready.
All right, here we go. Unexpected. That's a deep, deep topic for the first card. We got With You in Your Dreams.
Wow. That is such a deep card for the very, very first episode. But in the same breath, I'd like us to first look at beautiful card you made. There's a certain softness I feel like you get when you look at the card, so cool. And for those wondering, we're going to post a picture up on social media in a few days so you can actually see what this card looks like. But it's beautiful what she's done with the artwork. I don't know, what kind of style is that, A-Line? Would you refer that to the card style as?
This whole deck was designed in a paper art, I'm not sure exactly what you call it, but it's like a paper collage, like a stacked paper collage kind of thing. The whole entire deck is drawn the same way. So each layer is its own element.
It reminds me of a play or a musical.
Yeah.
With where the scenes pull back and a very, crafted, each star, if you could look at the card, each star looks like it's hanging from various levels of a theater stage. And I think all the cards kind of have that really cool feel to it. You could remove them from the scene, or the scene comes together and creates a really cool image. Wow. Within Your Dreams is I remember recalling that Hanson said they wrote that about their grandmother.
Yeah.
Passing, and remember people who passed and gone on without us. I know I have seen and been with a lot of fans while they just utterly break down while listening to the song. So I'm sure when Hanson wrote this, it was really special for themselves and their family. But what a beautiful thing to share with fans, their process of grief and allowing other fans to use it to process their own grief. Do you have the book right now available to you to read the meaning?
Yes, I do. It says, don't look back at this time as a time of heartache and distress. Remember me, because I'll be with you in your dreams. Love transcends the physical realm. Even though someone is no longer on this side of the veil, their spirit remains woven into the fabric of your being. Be the things you loved most about the people that are gone. Ask for direction and guidance from your spirit guides. Pay attention to their answers. And the words that this card means are transcendence through the veil, transmedicinal communication, signs from beyond, celestial messages, mythical tokens, spirit whispers. And if you use this card as a yes or no answer card, the answer would be ask your guides for guidance, pay attention to the signs.
Right. Wow. So tell me about how you came to the conclusion on this wording. How was this particular card something you thought of on the meaning on your own, or was this one that was brought in from cultivation of fans?
This
And tell
specific
me about
one,
that cultivation. Yeah.
this one, this one's probably the most personal song for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, for like the meaning, this one was mostly me. And it was a mix of me recently having lost my brother and previously a few years back having lost my mom. This was her favorite song, like from way back when I first started liking Hanson. This was always, she would always say, play the grandmother song. And this was just like her song. She loved this song and it was always just so sad. And I wanted to always skip it. But now that she's not here, it has such a more personal meaning to me. So when it came to like creating the art for this and all the wording, it was such a personal thing that it was
Mm-hmm.
like the clouds on the card and the pink. The pink is the clouds and the pink are both my brother and then like my mom, but the pink is really like my brother's favorite color. So it was just like
Mm,
all of these little elements of the two of them being so dear to my heart and not being here.
right.
I wanted to kind of incorporate so much of them into the artwork because that's where my grief goes.
Wow, I didn't know that. I love that. As a really special way to, remember them, especially in such a way that, people just look and be like, oh, that's really pretty. And it is really pretty and beautiful. But to know that each of those pieces and elements are included in your own, heart from there, I think that makes it even more special in a way that even lives up to what you wrote on the card,
Yeah,
right here. Um, Love transcends the physical. I think that can be very thought provoking, in itself. It's beyond, they're here, they're not may not be here, but they're still with you.
yeah,
And you're when you wrote being the things you loved most about the people that are gone, I think that is a really especially special way, to show some of the things you love the most about your mom, now that she's gone, which can be very difficult for just having family and loss, and
yeah.
real complex relationships and all that, I think it's a really beautiful way to still manage and process those things. So I love that a lot. And I think that's something we should all do, be the thing that you love the most about people who have gone, you know.
I always think about like me as a person as I'm aging. I think about the fact that I have over time become all of my favorite things about other people. As
Mm.
much as I'm like a unique being, I'm a collection
Mhm.
of all of my favorite things that I've gathered from all the people that I've loved through my life. Those are all little
Yeah.
aspects of my personality.
Oh, yeah. I love that. And I think that is a great way to show adoration and appreciation to, the people and to pick up their best traits and, their practices in life and, you know, but, what a moldable and great way of thinking is that. And I really thank you for sharing that. With this song, I think how many times has Hanson played this?
Oh
I
my.
mean, I know it's one that you can
I got
hear,
you because I got it pulled
but I yeah, yeah, give
195 times. 195 times
That's
live.
not a lot.
That feels like a lot.
It
But
it
it's
feels like a lot, but they've done
yeah.
over 2,000 shows, I believe.
I mean, you've seen them so many times. What is 100 and how many?
Oh, at 130, 138, 140, something like that. I
So
can't
most
quite.
of your shows, you've heard this song.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have. I know I've heard it, of course, and I've seen friends, you know, but Mbop alone, I think I've heard like 130 times, and
Yeah.
I play that.
Yeah.
Or like 140. No, I don't know, 130 something. Because there's been a few times I haven't played it. People lose their
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
So they do hold back sometimes, but I'm gonna check mine as well because I think that would be very telling, I guess, maybe for a ratio. Like how many?
How
Well,
many times have you personally?
heard this song,
Yeah.
right? I'm going down the show counts.
I mean, I don't.
And if anybody is wondering, if you're living under a rock as a Hanson fan, wondering what are we looking at? We're looking at Hanson stage. This is like, I gotta be honest, I frequent this page sometimes more than Hanson. Sorry, Hanson, but
Same.
Katie
I
has quite developed a I
Katie is
fear the reactions would be worse if she goes Hanson stage than
yes.
Hanson.net
I
goes.
mean, as a fan, this is the most personal website. It is the holder of all
It's
of
like
my secrets.
all the stats, all of it, all of it. And what? Okay.
All right,
I've
let's
heard
see.
it 10 times.
And I have heard it 4.
So my show count really does not matter on that. I think
No.
we have definitely seen, and you have seen 4, and I've seen it 10 times. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's Mbop is at 84. Yeah. I thought it would be a little bit more, to be honest with you. I'm actually kind of surprised.
So my first time hearing
But,
it would have been my very first concert. No.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, my very first concert. And the last
yeah.
time was wherever we were on May 18th.
So my first time hearing it, yep, was as well as, what, Albertine tour,
Yeah.
September 21st, 1998.
Oh my. So yeah, they played pretty much all of Middle of Nowhere because really what
For
else
the
was
most
there?
part. I mean, I'm looking at some songs and I've only heard February 24th. I've only heard Cried, and it was once
Same.
in 24.
Oh,
Were you there? When did you
no.
hear it?
I only
When
heard
did you
it
hear Cried?
once. I heard it September 2nd, 2004.
Oh,
So this would
there
have
you
been
go.
probably in Atlanta or
Probably.
North Carolina, one of the two.
That's wild. Mine was the first time hearing it 2 years ago. And the most recent song after that was first time hearing Yearbook was July 14th, 2018. I think that was the first String Theory show.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
blew my own mind. I was looking like, hold on, Madeline. The first time I heard that was in 2017. And I'm just
No way.
stunned that, yeah,
They played at the Albertine show for me. That's so interesting. Those are just interesting guys. They just had this like Madeline.
there's a, there's a string theory guide on here as well.
Yeah.
How many times you heard these songs at the string theory shows?
I did love some string theory. I'm looking at my yearbook count. And it's pretty high. That was my favorite tour. I loved it very much. And I'm just kind of going back to did you look over and see 3 of those shows were a solo by Taylor? If you scroll over and look at the full view, it tells you if it was ever a solo.
None of those for me as a solo.
Within Your Dreams.
Nope. None of Middle of
I'm
Nowhere for me.
curious if those were like Back to the Island, possibly
Possibly.
with a solo. Maybe like who knows? Who knows? Um, but going back to that song, I think it's one of the most requested songs. One of the most specific requested songs that I think they probably get, which is surprising because they don't. Besides in Bob, I'm talking about from fans where they're like, "Can you please play this?" You know, they usually need to hear it to process a loss.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's so hard to hear live because it's one of those songs that it does not matter. Once you've had that grief, like,
yeah.
there's two different people that, for me, as like myself, I've been two different people for that song. Prior to losing my mom, that song was
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, there's that song. And it was something I could sing along to, and everything was just like, a little more somber, but not gut wrenching.
Mm-hmm.
After losing my mom, it does not matter what is happening when I hear it. I just cannot control the ugly crying. It
Mm,
just happens. So being like in a concert, especially like in the front row, and this song coming on, it's one of those like you don't have control of yourself anymore. And I think like
right.
they know that, but boy, that is such a raw element to like experience. Like you're just standing there
Mm-hmm.
bawling and you cannot
I
control
wonder how
yourself.
many of us they've seen ugly cry over that
So,
song, just
so
staring
many.
at us.
So, so
And
many.
they still deliver with equal passion.
Yeah.
There is a definite space. I kind of wanted to. There's a part in the song that's like super powerful. I mean, the whole song is powerful, but it goes. I mean, I'm getting my trusty orange CD pamphlet out from my Middle of Nowhere CD, and so I'm not saying it wrong. And when they're doing it acoustic, it's that part. I'm not sleeping in the same. Oh, just like the bass and the drums are going, or the box that Zach beats. I wish I knew the formal name of that. What's that called? I feel like you know it.
Cajon.
You made
I
a
think
sticker
that's,
of it.
yeah, I think it's pronounced Cajon. I may be
Bajan.
completely wrong.
When he gives,
Yeah.
he's really, it's so beautiful. Such a beautiful, like, delivery. And usually that's when I will break down and give myself some cries um, with that song. Um, I have to agree with you. There is a way you would hear it before and after loss. Um, I have not heard the song since having any major loss in my life. So, yes, it moves me. And I can, especially now, empathize and imagine if I were to hear it after my grandmother passing, I know I would have transcended that realm. In like the uh, fifth Harry Potter movie where Harry Potter or Harry Potter book, whatever, but in that where Harry now sees the Thestrals after witnessing, death of
Yeah.
Cedric. He never saw death before, but now he does, and I think that would be the difference of experiencing within your dreams pre-loss and then after loss. You just have so much more awareness of the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost my grandfather very young, but I think because I processed it with this song back then, I don't know. I had a different like introspective to it, but now as an adult, feeling the weight, even more with my grandmother. Yeah, yeah, I feel like it would hit heavy, especially super fresh
We're just
like
gonna have
that.
to be prepared to just hold each other and ugly cry for like what,
Yeah,
4.5 minutes,
yeah.
which
When
is
was the last
really
time you heard it? And people wonder why we see Hanson a lot, or try to see them as frequently as possible.
um
We're here for the
says
emotional pull.
it says July 17th, 2022.
That was RGB tour, St.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah. When I got COVID.
Oh yeah,
Went
that was
right
a rough one.
went right back into another big loss. So
Yeah.
it's kind of prophetic.
Yeah. That's a hard pull for that in that time frame. So many, losses in with people, especially to that really horrible
Yeah.
sickness.
I think
Yeah.
everybody at this point has lost someone to COVID.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think like there's like pre-COVID, post-COVID like memories.
Mhm. Right, right, and I think that loss in general could be even remembered as well, um, with this song too.
Yeah.
So, wow. Things get real personal. But isn't what this is all about?
Yeah.
Um, getting personal and getting intimate and learning, ourselves through cards and all the meanings and everything like that. And something about these episodes is before we started, right? Um, we were trying to map out and plan how are we going to go these things, how are we going to make this go. And I think we were just sitting there with not blanks. We have a structure, we have our plan and our momentum, of course, but I don't think there was ways to put in like how it would flow and how it would go out.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think we were joking about possibly getting one other card that is a little like, what are we going to do when we get that one? We have like a slight plan, but for the most part, we wanted everything of the way this show would go to just flow naturally and to come out of us in a really like genuine, way. Do you have anything else to add to the podcast today, A-Line?
Uh, I did want to retouch on the book, and I was thinking
Hmm.
it's the Signs from Beyond. And you had
Right.
asked me earlier about like, where I was kind of coming from with this card. I put that in there because I do highly like I really believe in the signs,
Hmm.
and it's just something that is such a big part of me. And like my mom sends me feathers, and I have an
Hmm.
entire box full of these feathers on display, and it's just like that's such a big element to who I have become as an adult post loss. Like you can hold on to the little things. You have a special connection still with that loved one, even though they can't say, call you and say something to you. There's just like this little secret that you two have that's like, when you're walking down the street and like you look down and like, oh, there's a feather. Or like for me, sometimes it's like a black butterfly, a very specific thing. I get these black butterflies that fly right into my face. I don't mean near my face, like they bonk me in the face. It's so wild.
Here's your sign.
It's like right in the face, like you aren't paying attention, but it's always the black ones. I get the orange ones, like now that my brother's passed, they circle me, but the black ones always hit me in the face. So
Wow.
I'm always like, that's got to be my mom. She's just slapping me, like, wake up, girl. You're not looking. That was like another big key thing for me that I was thinking about. Like, this really, like, is another big thing that this card means to me.
Is the signs.
Yeah. And then, the reading you just did was just like, oh, yeah. Yep. There's another one.
uh, but honestly though, what a great, I know it's a deep first card
Yeah.
for our episodes, but what a great also metaphor for what these cards mean and do and say
Yeah.
in general, because how you will use these cards in a practical way. They're beautiful collector's items if you just are generally into Hanson and you love the cards and you enjoy a Hanson component and thing to hold and have. But if you are into reading and using cards as tools for messages, um, communication, our transpersonal communication, signs from beyond, celestial messages, spirit whispers. I think that these what the whole deck is in general are spirit whispers and ways to communicate beyond what you can, do. And this is a great way to show, as a metaphor in general for what the creation you've made with these cards. So very cool. Very, very cool.
Very deep, but very personal
Can't help it.
way to start it off.
Right. But that's what I think in general Hanson is. Like, we've hardly even talked about them. Thanks for the song, guys. Yeah, like I have seen them 140 times, but just seeing our conversation about this one song in general and the emotion it provokes is a perfect example of, and the ratio when you can see that, hear that song live. That's why we go. It's like roll the dice. You might get the good old middle of everywhere set list, which is, what I'm talking about. But
Might
then they
get a
throw
deep
in
cut.
gems, the deep cuts like this, and that you are like taken there, or you needed to hear it. You needed to release the emotion. You just need to process the thing. It's there. It's always available, just to listen to it. But when you hear it live, that's why we go.
Yeah.
That's it. I would say the ratio of seeing them, it's like in person, it's, percentage of actually hearing the songs you want to get to hear a little bit higher of why we go.
Yeah.
They're important too. They're but it's about, what they've created too. And the special meaning and movements it can provoke through us. Wow, A-Line. What a first one.
It wasn't me.
Yo, yes, it was.
It had nothing to do with it.
Yes, it did. But I hope this song and whole message spoke to our listeners. And speaking to our listeners and wondering what you have to say, I say we, but A-Line, because I had no idea. This is my portion of me being supportive and having, honestly, sometimes no clue what we're about to do. And she's like, "We're doing this," and I said, "Okay." And then before we started stuff, I'm like, "What are we doing with a phone number, A-Line? Why did you want to make a phone number? We don't need phone cards anymore. We don't have to make up email addresses. What are we doing?" She's like, "I want a phone line for people to call us." I was like, "Why do I want to answer the phone?
You don't have to answer the phone. That's the beauty.
But once she explained it to me, I was like, "Oh, that's actually really, really cute. I love that." So I think for this first one, we would love to hear your feedback on this very special song. Share with us. Go ahead and make us cry some more things. But
just let us know.
Would love to share, let us know how the song is to you and your personal effects and how it, impacted you. Consider this, voicemail a memory board of what with you in your dreams means and a way to remember, a loved one. So, also, if you do not want us to play said memory, please let us know at the end of your voicemail so we do not put it on our next episode, because we are hopeful to share the voicemails left by individuals on our next episode. But if you want to share and you just don't want us to share it with the rest of the world, go ahead and let us know. But please go ahead and give us a call and A-Line is going to give you all the information to make that happen.
Yes. We got us a good old Tulsa number. So we're taking it back to the Hanson hotline. If you guys want to give us a call and leave us a message, the phone number is 918-236-0561.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today or tonight or this morning, whatever time and day it is for you. Thank you so much for listening. And we really appreciate everybody who is being very supportive, adding comments. And once again, thank you so much for listening to us. So we're going to give us a little closeout and remember to call into the Hanson hotline for A-Line.
You can find our podcast anywhere that you listen. We are currently on all platforms. If you'd like to send us an email, our email address is isn'titweirdpod@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on Facebook at Isn't It Weird Podcast. We're on Instagram at Isn't It Weird Pod, or you can find us on TikTok at Isn't It Weird Podcast. If you'd like more information on how to use the cards and you would like to see how the cards are pulled together, you can check out our Patreon, where Laura has done a tarot card pull mixed with the card of this episode, and you can see how they flow together. And that's for anybody that wants to check out the Patreon. That'll be on there.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. And I look forward to seeing the feedback for all of that, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Weirdlings.
Very cruel, Johnny.
Unwanted. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird?